Live from the Icebox Studio in Montgomeryville, Pennsylvania, it's the Bill and Corey Show.
I'm Bill.
And I'm Corey.
Welcome back to another live episode of the Bill and Corey Show.
Yes.
Just to remind you that we got the chat turned on for the YouTube channel. So if you're watching live and you got questions,
one of you six,
well, you can type them in there, and we should be able to handle it. I'll drive our
should.
So let's flood the questions.
It'd be fun if it's like a random trivia question.
Oh, we could do random trivia questions. Maybe we could add that to it. Random trivia questions that people call in and win.
Turn into a live radio show.
When I was in college, there was a fraternity brother who had a college radio show, and we used to go sit in and we'd make him play the records we wanted to play. And he had
for the kids at home.
Yeah, no records. These round disc vinyl things. But he would have these pretend contests, like the 10th person who calls in wins something.
Apparently, radio stations that do that, they pick the best caller, not really the 10th caller. Like, so if you're excited and you sound like a good conversation, they'll pick you.
Nah, I kind of let the question. Let's see. First question.
It's up there. You
I
need
know.
the paper.
That's the problem.
Oh, you went too far.
I went too far. Just chatting too much. Okay, we are seeing these fail or get. Well, it's actually a cross purge. It was a special cross purge.
These.
A cross purge. So yeah, it's about a cross purge. They had a part number, which means
it's not. Yeah.
We have seen these cross purges.
Valves.
A custom one,
specifically the valves,
get stuck partially closed with buildup where we have restricted flow or loss of pressure. When we cycle the valve, the flow and pressure increase back to normal. And this is used for, I believe, chlorine gas.
Oh, well, it was chlorine gas service?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, no. Well, so I haven't exactly answered this question for the customer yet. I had some questions for the customer. So yeah, this is a cross purge, and the thing that it does is it gets rid of all the moisture when you change out a cylinder. So that
helps purge it out.
Purge it, yeah, I know. Yeah, purges out the gas and the moisture and everything, so that it typically it's like for gases like chlorine, which when it comes into contact with water becomes very corrosive. Yeah. So you want to make sure it's dry and free of all that stuff when you and free of chlorine when you change it out. And so that's what these cross purges are used for. So there's a few questions. I mean, we have a cross purge procedure that needs to be followed pretty closely. Are the people following the procedure? What is the gas being used? How long has this been in service? Because even with the cross purge, if it's an old, it's not going to prevent all corrosion. It'll make it last a lot. The regulator last a lot longer than otherwise would, but it still can find corrosion. So these are all things you have to think about. Go ahead.
Yeah. So you got nitrogen coming in here, clean, dry nitrogen, and
wet nitrogen's not good.
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, you could introduce clean, dry nitrogen in here, and you can purge it out. That's a vent valve in the bottom. That's an isolation valve, so you don't.
And they're quarter turns, so that you turn it on and it goes poof, and it hits it really
hard.
It's
color coded, so you can go
It tells you on the purge which color to turn and everything else. So that's why we have the colored knobs on there.
And if you're writing your own instructions, you can say, open the gold handle valve, or yellow handle, or green or red, or whatever. Yes. So
it's like a rose gold now.
A lot of these corrosive gases have this moisture with them in the gas itself, so you're kind of fighting a battle. So the whole thing, though, it sounds like there's corrosion buildup, which would make
it sticks at first, and that's another question I had. Does it stick at the beginning and not stick at all, or is it sticking in the middle of the? I don't know. I'm assuming it's in the first time they open it up, but it's So little things like that about our cross purge.
And it'll. If you have corrosion that gets in here and you're trying to purge nitrogen's only coming in 50 to 100 psi. Well, the gas itself, chlorine's only like 85 at room temperature. Yeah. But if you're outside on days like this, it'd be a lot higher. But so if there's corrosion there and you open it up, well, you're going to have a slower flow.
Yeah. And it might push out some of the corrosion, might break it up and push it out and then clear the flow up a little bit. Possibly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
that.
That's all we have to say about that question. The next question, I get into this one. I am looking for a dual stage regulator for nitrogen gas that can reach 250 psi. I need one that can accept a 5/32 OD nylon hose, really tubing they're saying, that goes to my cell disruptor. Do you have any connectors to make one of your regulators work?
Now, I want to add, when we heard the word cell disruptor, our imaginations went wild. So the first thing I thought of was a futuristic gun that is really like it disrupts your cells somehow at a molecular level, and it really, like that's what a cell disruptor is. What did you think it was?
I thought it could be like a cell phone thing. It kind of screws up your signals, like one of those things they do in war zones.
Or an anti-terrorist cell device.
It's going after ISIS. Okay,
disrupt that cell.
Yeah, exactly. You go send in a SEAL team, disrupt that cell, or it could be
to make prisoners upset. Disrupt a cell.
It could be like a cell block thing. We don't know.
We don't know, but they need gas for it. So it doesn't really concern us. Actually,
it's probably some biologist thing. Biologists are probably laughing at all these gas guys don't know what a cell disruptor is.
It can't be anything to do with the cells.
I learned about that freshman year in biology.
But anyways, to the meat and potatoes of the question.
Actually, the real thing is we have no idea what a cell disruptor is. I'm not looking it up either. So they're looking for a 5/32 fitting, and it's kind of small. It's this is one of our one-touch fittings, or push to lock. Some people call them that. It's typically used in plastic tubing, and you push your tubing in. If you want to pull it out, you have to pull the ring back. Great thing to use.
Shark bite fitting.
Or shark bite fitting.
It's pretty much the same thing. Yeah,
that's all that new stuff.
Yeah, I know.
And then, yes.
But the problem is,
these things are only rated 145 psi. Really, they call it
which is less than
250 psi.
Less than 250.
So you don't have to do your math. We're helping you out here. So if you have math questions, you can send them to us too. So, but the other thing, so let's go with a compression fitting. We went to Swage Lock. We buy a lot of stuff from Swage Lock. They don't have 5/32. Like, what are you going to do?
You'd think that an American company would have a 5/32, like a true blue American.
But no, because come on. They have 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/16. So they really go in 16th sizes. And that's one of those middle ones.
Well, this is 10/16. Or no, it's 2. I did it again. This is 2.5/16. I did it backwards again.
It's 2.5/16. But if you convert this to the metric system, it is 3.96875 millimeters.
Which is what?
Basically
based
4.
Based on our math, close to 4.
Close to 4. Yeah, it's close enough to 4 millimeters. But Swage Lock does have a 4 millimeter Swage Lock fitting, compression fitting. So we could get one of those.
Yeah, you can get one of those. Yeah.
We don't have any in stock, but we can get them in a couple days, something like that.
They might have them in stock.
Yeah.
Use insert. Did you use the insert?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes with plastic tubing, you need an insert in. I don't know. Nylon's probably hard enough. You don't need an insert.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
but
to protect the
polyvinyl tubing, you get this metal insert so that when the compression fitting compresses, you're not just squishing it down.
You're just not yeah. So it's really flexible.
But they do have a lot of tubing that you're going to get isn't rated for 250.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You had to look it up. You're concerned.
Yeah,
about
I looked it up, and there's a bunch of nylon tubing that is rated for even like 300-400 psi. So you have to look at what your tubing is rated.
Always check your pressures on your materials.
Okay, next question. Can you tell me what the end connections would be on a regulator with model 3813A 580 2VM? For what I can tell, one is 580 CGA.
Which is correct.
What is 2VM?
It means straight to voicemail. Oh, that's a bad joke.
That's one of those young things. So younger people watch it. Like I'm like, huh? What? And it's like, so the younger folks use this kind
it's one of those. It's one of those short-term.
Number
what are they
2 and a V and
abbreviations when you text people. 2VM, 2 voicemail.
There might be an emoji for it.
That might. I don't know. But anyways, we sound really old. But so we'll go back. We sort of use the same.
Well, this is the regulator. Let's put up the graphic. We have a graphic for this. Look at that.
Inlet.
Yeah.
Well, we normally don't. So just to be clear, we normally don't have an outlet on our part numbers because the default outlet is a 1/4-inch compression fitting. So normally there will be nothing where the 2 VM is on that part number, typically.
Correct. But we have a customer that buys a whole ton of these things.
Yeah. So we'll make a special part number for a huge order. So in this case, we sort of go back to Swagelok. We sort of copied Swagelok part numbers in this case, didn't we?
So they go by 16.
16. So 2/16 is. Do the math.
1/8.
No, I was going to do it that time.
Oh, you're going to do it.
I was going to do it correctly that time.
Too.
1/8. So a 2 VM. What is a V? VCR male. So 2 VM. So if it's a 4 VM, it'd be a 1/4-inch VM, and then VCR male. And if it was a 4, say, I'm trying to think.
No, they're only going to go half. So they.
No, I was going to go with if we put like a special, I don't know, like a different fitting. I don't know. I mean,
well, our flex hoses have all sorts of.
That's what I was going with. Yeah, our flex hoses have these part numbers in.
But we don't have the 4 VM. We just have the V.
No, we have the 4 VM.
We do
1/4-inch.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
We don't have anything. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one we have listed.
Nobody buys these things. They're great 1/8-inch. So this is the regulator they're looking at. So it says 580 inlet. This is the VCR male outlet comes in 1/8-inch MPT. So we got to have a little reducing adapter here to go to 1/4. So it looks kind of funny. We don't have our zoom in camera this week, but so we still. There's one customer who buys a lot of these things. So that's how you.
There you go.
That's how you have it. So okay. And
probably the final question.
We are interested in purchasing 6 units of flex hose 1/4-inch NPT.
MNPT.
MNPT. That's male, National Pipe Taper, 28 inches long, and Monel.
Monel. No, it's like this special awesome material. Monel. Like, why doesn't everybody else name the alloys after? Like, Monel's a proper name.
Donuts. Right?
Nobody's named after steel. Steel's not named after everybody like Monel is.
I don't know why they named it Monel.
Isn't invented by a guy named Monel?
Could be.
It's a capital.
We'll have to look at that. Maybe.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. What is the history?
So if your name is Monel, call us up and tell us the history of it. So we do.
Just like Bill Staples is the heir to the Staples Corporation.
Oh, yeah. I get that all the time. For a while, I had a Staples credit card. That was a long time
Got my
ago.
name on it.
Back when they had store credit cards. So, they used to have that. Stores had their own credit cards.
They still do. I have a Best Buy credit card.
Okay. Anyways, this is a Monel. Flex hose has got a Monel core on it. And Monel end fittings. Our normal one is 36 inches long. And we put a variety of fittings on here. We got a limited amount of Monel
So 36.
fittings.
So we just take it and we measure 8 inches off.
And then we just cut
it off.
So we could just say, get this and you get a bonus. You get extra.
Yeah, we'll send you the extra 8 inches just to be nice.
Send you an extra 8 inches.
Yeah.
We won't charge you extra.
Yeah.
But we can get them special.
Yeah, we can get them anywhere.
Yeah, we don't make them here. We've got a
supplier
that makes them for us, and they would cut it down and weld it for us.
Yeah.
For that, and so it's not in stock, so you might have to.
Yeah, so you have to imagine this a different color because it'll come in that beautiful goldish silver Monel color.
No, the braiding's stainless.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You have to look inside to see the Monel. Oh boy. Okay. So we didn't run over today. That's good.
No, I mean 30 seconds. Could we go the perfect 15 minutes? Fill this last 30 seconds.
We're not going to play that. That's all for this week. Tune in again next week for another live edition of the Bill and Corey Show.
Set your VCRs.